I'm standing in this family room with water pretty much up to my ankles. What are we going to do? Hi, my name's Christina Smith. I'm a realtor in Southern California. I specialize in complex real estate situations. And this is one of those stories. So apparently the flooding had started a few years earlier. It was not as severe back then, had clearly gotten worse over time. They filed an insurance claim. They received a check, and this is where homeowners make one of the biggest mistakes when it comes to insurance claims. A lot of people think if the insurance company will give me $50,000 and I can hire someone on the cheap to fix it for $20,000, I can pocket the rest. And that sounds great until the repair is done wrong. Because if that contractor doesn't actually fix the issue correctly, now you become the responsible party. You become liable. And instead of the insurance company stepping in, now you're stuck going after the contractor directly. And if they're not licensed, you may not be able to get anything at all. This is exactly what happened to my client. Instead of truly fixing the source of the problem, they hired someone who believed the answer was simply redirecting the water away from the house. Let me explain. Because the property sat on a slope and the ADU was on the upper back portion of the lot, they assumed the water was coming down the hillside, seeping into the ground, and going into the house. So the solution they were given was to concrete that entire side yard and build a large ADA-compliant wheelchair ramp leading up to the ADU for her mother. They thought that if everything was concrete, the water would simply divert away from the house and flow down towards the driveway. Plus, now they have a wheelchair ramp for her mother. In theory, that would have made sense if that had actually been the main issue, but it wasn't. The real issue was that crack in the stucco that ran along the entire length of the house, the very place where the water was getting in. They spent the insurance money on the wrong fix. They remediated the mold, replaced the drywall, installed new flooring, but next year when the heavy rains came again, the flooding came right back. This time it destroyed all the new drywall and all of the new flooring. So what did they do? They ripped it out. And since there was no money left to fix the issue, it stayed that way for years. So once you're dealing with repeated flooding, water damage, possible mold, and a home that is no longer financeable, your buyer pool changes completely. Plan was to put the property on the multiple listing service and make it available to multiple cash investors, creating competition, generating multiple offers, and getting her the highest possible price. At the time, we thought this was the smartest strategy. And looking back, it was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, and I'm going to tell you why.